pick up the pace with the arms.
No.
This exercise for
No way. You're ruining my rhythm.
Come on, keep going. What are you using? What are you using?
Beans.
Start in a kneeling push-up position.
Kidney beans. And bloody. Get away.
It's cute, huh?
It's cuddly.
You know what I don't like about it though? This thing, how it slides.
Yeah, that's not
this
good.
doesn't, yeah. This
Yours doesn't, hey?
is case. Yeah.
So Abdullah's brought his Phantom over, his DJI. I think he's got a Phantom 3, I've got the Phantom 4, and we're going to go fly them in the park now. Changed it, go to that.
Calibrate.
Yeah.
It's on the right mode, isn't it?
Yeah. And then you've got to step away. You've got to be a few meters away from this.
Like this?
Yeah, and then you've got to stand up. So stand up on your...
Yeah.
Stand up and you've got to hold it chest height. At least chest height with 2 hands. That's it.
And then I just twist that.
No. I spin it around like...
Mark, do you know what?
I actually spin my whole body, but this is something I've never seen before.
You must spin your whole body.
Oh, were you telling me to not do that?
I've been telling you that for ages.
Maybe that's why, because every time I do it, I'm like...
Yeah, you got to spin like this.
Oh, dude, every time I do it, I'm like, do people do this?
Yeah.
I'm like, it's so awkward to maneuver. Now
Yeah.
I get it. That's why it's so easy.
You got to spin your whole body.
Now it's missed.
So do it again.
All right. So, calibrate, even though it says it's normal.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like this.
Yeah, so like that, that's it. And then look at the screen.
Good seeing you. Good seeing you, mate.
See you later.
Thank you. Thanks for the coffee bar.
This and this and this will all be going through. And this.
You got a hot rig day. For someone who doesn't work out much, you have a hot rig.
Oh, my tan.
Quick.
As you pump those arms, don't hold your breath. Keep breathing.
Did you just fart? Because it stinks. And I need to be breathing.
Still and strong.
Just let me be.
Keep pushing. I know this is a tough one, but you can do it. Hold your form right to the end. Nice work.
Day 2 completed.
How do you do it? So, due to popular demand, we had a lot of questions for Hannah, and clearly this shows that people are just in this vlog for Hannah and not me. So I've taken little screenshots of all of the questions that were thrown our way, and Hannah's kindly agreed to do a couples Q&A with us. All right, you ready?
I haven't seen any of the questions, what are they?
Are you nervous?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you got your glass of water?
Yeah.
So Hanny just did her little, what'd you do? A little workout.
28 workout.
So 28 days workout, which you paid for online. So that was pretty funny. If anything, even if she loses no weight and does no toning up, not that she needs to lose weight, but it was probably one of the funniest things I've seen in a long time. Anyway, let's get cracking into the questions. Let's do rapid fire and get into it and see how this goes. Eric Slafke says, what is your go-to meal to cook in a pinch?
The Thermomix does a really awesome fresh tomato soup really quickly, or I do like doing a roasted sweet, like a baked sweet potato with kidney beans, black beans, some cabbage, and what else do I put with it? A fresh salsa, avocado. Just have like a Mexican baked potato. It's really good. Healthy and comforting and delicious.
Cool. So Nadia says, definitely a Q&A with Hannah. It would be fun to watch. A question I have is, what does she think about you cycling and vlogging? Also, do you share any interests? That's a good one. What's your answer?
I find it interesting, the cycling and the vlogging. I like the cycling community. I like being a part of it without actually being a part of it, I guess.
She loves being in the vlog. She loves the comments. What's your biggest
but what's
fear?
That interest?
What's your biggest fear about the vlog? Do you like?
Initially, my biggest fear, and I guess it still is being trolled. You know, unnecessary, nasty comments.
Yeah,
that would hurt my feelings.
Yeah, I mean, naturally so. Do you read the comments?
Sometimes.
Do you? What do you think of the vlog?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, I live the vlog, so I don't always watch the vlog for everyone, but I am part, you know, I see him editing it. I watch bits and pieces of it as it's being edited. I'm more often than not there when you're vlogging, so I know what's happened during the day. So, well, yeah, I don't watch every single one of them, but I do watch a few of them.
Yeah, so Hannah is basically my sound. I mean, there are days when, I'll just move this camera. There are days when I have doubts about a vlog. You know, there's some days where I've got lots of drone footage, I've got a really good story to the vlog, and so when I go to put the vlog up, I'm confident with it and I love it and I just put it up. But there are other days where I've just got very little footage and it's just crap and I hate the vlog, and I've made the vlog, and I go to Hannah and I say, listen, check this out. Shall I post this crap? And quite often not, Hannah will tell me to get rid of this, bring that in, keep that. And she's a really good sounding board. So we're a mad team like that. Like she's a good wingman. Cinema Noel 89 says, question, how do you cope with cycling with her, given that you are a competitive cyclist and she is not? Does she ever push herself to match you? Do you match her comfortable pace? I mean, if I go riding with Hannah, I'm cruising, you know, like it's all about expectations. So if you go riding with your girlfriend and you think you're going to do 30 Ks an hour for 100 Ks, you're dreaming. I mean, unless she's a competitive cyclist. Hannah, you know, she loves getting on a girl's bike and going for a ride. So I know that every time we go riding, we're going to chill.
I set the pace.
Hannah sets the pace. And let me tell you, she's a natural athlete. I mean, I've seen Hannah can push on the pedals so hard on that girl's bike that sometimes I struggle to keep up, don't I?
Sometimes, if I get a good wind.
Yeah, I mean, you guys see us. We race each other all the time. So I just chill with Hanny, you know, and there's no expectations. I don't expect her to get into bike racing. I don't push her to buy a road bike and get into racing. I mean, if she ever turned around to me one day and said, I'd like to try racing, I'd be like, really? I'd be like, that's sick. So, I'd help her out. So it's whatever, you know, like it's whatever she wants to do. I think she'd rather just stand in the study and do star jumps and throw cans of beans around. So Adam Hughes has a question for Hannah. How did you find out and what was your reaction to Mark being 10 years older than you in his dating profile? So Hannah will answer this. Do you want to give him a bit of background as to what we're talking about?
Well, so Mark and I met on a dating website called RSVP. On his dating profile, he said he was 32 at the time, and I kind of thought to myself that he'd done a lot in that time when we were talking. You know, he'd been in the Navy for 8 years, he'd been in his current role for like 5 years, and I was thinking, you've done a lot in a short amount of time. You must have started when you were like 14. And so I think it was a week or so into it, and I asked him, I kind of caught him off guard, and I said, how old are you again? And he was like a deer in the headlights, just, and he said...
Oh, yeah.
And he told me he lied, but he was actually 34. So I kind of went, 2 years doesn't make much of a difference, but okay, it wasn't enough of a big deal for me to keep pushing, so I didn't worry about it. And then we were out one night, I'd been out with a few girlfriends, him and a few of his mates came to meet up with us, and we were pretty drunk, and it was really early in the morning, and we'd all gone to grab some late night pizza, and we were all sitting around the table drunkenly eating our pizza, and Mark decided to tell me that he was actually 40. And
How old were you?
I was 27.
Yeah, so it was 13.
So I was truthful on my RSVP profile, and then all of his friends knew. So they all stopped eating the pizza, and they all looked around, giving each other the sideways glance, and everyone just stopped and stared at me and was like, it was the most awkward thing. And I stopped eating my pizza. I think I just dropped it down. Looked around the table, everyone's staring at me.
She loved me.
And I didn't know what else to do, and I was very drunk, so I just burst out crying. And I got up and I left, and I got in a taxi, and he followed me.
I didn't follow you.
Yeah, you did. You jumped in a cab and you were going behind. But I guess to cut a long story short, it didn't really matter about his age. It was more the lying that I was concerned about, but we got over that, and it is what it is now.
Okay, let me have a rebuttal. So to give you guys a bit of background, RSVP is a dating website in Australia, if you're not from Australia, and it was before Tinder. So it was the big thing in Australia. If you wanted to meet girls, you had to go on RSVP. Now, what girls do when you're an old man is they have a cutoff for 35 years of age. You know, they just go, yeah, like girls around Hannah's age, they go, yeah, I'll date a guy between 27 and 35, and 35 seems to be the magic number. Well, I was 39, right? But I'm a youthful sort of 39-year-old. So I just wanted to edge my profile underneath that 35 so I could net, awesome girls like Hannah, right? So anyway, that was my rationale, and we would never have met if I hadn't lied on our profile. So there you go. Okay, so Nathan Smith asks, as a part of the couples Q&A, there are a lot of people who would like to know how you and H navigate some of the relationship issues that we all face. She doesn't appear to give you a hard time about riding. Is this really so, and how do you communicate about that? So, there's quite a few questions there, but I think in a nutshell what you're asking me is, H doesn't give me a hard time about the time I spend cycling and the time I spend vlogging, and I have never had a girlfriend who's so understanding with a man's selfish things, like I love my cycling, I'm passionate about it, so as you guys know, and so Hannah gives me zero hard time about that. And I'm passionate about my vlogging and my YouTube, so I obviously spend a lot of time doing that as well. Hannah gives me zero hard time. Like, I cannot remember the last time Hannah gave me a hard time about it. Maybe some niggles every now and then, like spending more time with me and stuff like that. But we do manage that whole process pretty well. Like, I'll be editing, for example, and I'll come out to the couch and I'll spend 20 minutes with Hannah on the couch just chilling out watching TV, and then I'll go back to editing. I mean, I'm pretty good like that, aren't I?
Yeah, we try and share our time around as much as possible.
Yeah, but Hannah's got her thing going on as well, so she's very independent. She's not needy of my time, and I don't know, how do you answer that? I mean, she's just a good bloody wingman. She is just a good chick and does not ever hassle me. And I suppose if we ever have kids, which I'm pretty sure will happen, you know,
I
things
guess
will change.
I like my own time too. So when he's busy doing his thing, it means that there's time for me to do what I want, whether it's read a book or watch a trashy TV show or just zone out, you know, looking at Instagram or go and get my nails done or whatever. It's just time away for me while he's riding or vlogging or whatever, and I enjoy that.
Is there any more questions? No, that's pretty much it for the questions. Is there anything else we should talk about with the crew?
I don't think so.